Person who is 6 feet tall walks away from a flagpole toward the tip of the shadow of the flagpole. When the person is 24 feet from the flagpole, the tips of the person's shadow and the shadow cast by the flagpole coincide at a point 6 feet in front of the person. Find the height of the flagpole. This is a similar triangles type problem, and we'll eventually be able to set up a proportion. So I have, and again, guys, I'm not an artist by any means. So we've got a flagpole over here to the left. We don't know the height of it, so I labeled that with an X. Excuse me. When this person walks away from the base of the flagpole, when they have gone 24 feet, this 6-foot person casts a 6-foot shadow that coincides with the shadow of the flagpole. So in blue, I have marked the height of the person and their shadow. Those are both 6. The 24 feet the person has walked plus the 6 feet extra make up 30 feet of shadows. So this large triangle, X is to 30 as 6 is to 6. Well, since 6 divided by 6 is 1, what divided by 30 is equal to 1/30? So the flagpole is 30 feet tall, according to this description. A nursery has $60,000 of inventory in dogwood trees and red maple trees. The profit on a dogwood tree is 28%, and the profit on a red maple is 16%. The profit for the entire stock is 20%. How much was invested in each type of tree? So we have dogwoods and red maples that make up a $60,000 inventory. We don't know the amount of either one, so one of the trees, assign it a variable of X. The other type of tree will make up the difference between 60,000 and the other tree, specifically the dogwood. Now in black ink, 28% profit on the dogwood plus 16% on the red maple equals 20% on all $60,000. Multiply out, we have 0.28x, distribute 0.16, that's 9,600 minus 0.16x. 0.20 times 60,000 is 12,000. In blue, we have like terms. 0.28x minus 0.16x is 0.12x. Plus 9,600 equals 12,000. Subtract 9,600 from both sides, and we have separated the variable term from the constant. Divide by 0.12, and we have x equals 20,000. Let's go back to the pink ink. Since we let x represent the amount for dogwood, that's $20,000, and then the red maple would have to make up the other 40,000 for a total of 60,000 investment. In a similar problem, an automobile dealer has $500,000 of inventory in all electric and hybrid vehicles. The profit on an all-electric vehicle is 18%, and the profit on a hybrid vehicle is 28%. The profit for the entire stock is 21%. How much was invested in each type of vehicle? Now, similar to the dogwood and the red maple problem, we have electronic vehicle plus a hybrid equals the total inventory of $500,000. Pick one of the types of vehicles and assign it the letter X. The hybrid, in this case, will make up the difference between the vehicles and the 500,000. Go to the black ink, 18% profit on all electric, plus 28% profit on hybrid, which is the remaining amount out of the 500,000, plus 21% profit on all of it, 500,000. Multiply, we have 0.18x, distribute 0.28, that's 140,000 minus 0.28x. 0.21 times 500,000, that's 105,000. Combine like terms, you will get a negative 0.10x. 140,000, that'll just drag down. Subtract 140,000 from both sides. 105,000 minus 140,000 is negative 35,000. Divide both sides by negative 0.10. $350,000 is the amount for X. So the all-electric vehicles are $350,000 of the inventory. Subtract that from 500,000, and the hybrids make up the rest, which is 150,000, for a total of $500,000 of inventory. A grocer mixes peanuts that cost $1.42 per pound and walnuts that cost $2.62 per pound to make 100 pounds of a mixture that costs $1.90 per pound. How many pounds of each kind of nut is in the mixture? Okay, so peanuts and walnuts make up 100 pounds in the mixture. We don't know how many pounds of peanuts are used, but whatever that amount is, the walnuts will make up the difference between that and 100. In the black ink, $1.42 per pound for peanuts plus $2.62 per pound for walnuts, and that's going to be equal to the total mixture, which is $1.90 times 100 pounds. Distribute your 2.62, and you have 1.42x plus 262 minus 2.62x equals 190. Combine the like terms highlighted in blue. That's a negative 1.20x plus 262 equals 190. Subtract 262 from both sides. Negative 1.20x equals negative 72. Divide both sides by negative 1.20, and this came out to 60 pounds. We let X go with peanuts, so peanuts are 60 pounds of the mixture. Therefore, walnuts are the other 40. In our last two examples, we're going to convert back and forth from Celsius to Fahrenheit. Fahrenheit is 9/5 times your Celsius plus 32, or if you find it more convenient, you can use Fahrenheit is equal to 1.8 times your Celsius plus 32. Celsius is equal to 5/9 times the difference of your Fahrenheit and 32. Later in the class, we'll develop these formulas to see why they work. For now, we'll just use them. Top example, the average body temperature of a person is 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit. What is this temperature in Celsius? Now, since we need Celsius, we pick the formula that has the C out here on the end. 5/9 times our known Fahrenheit minus 32. So the difference in 98.6 and 32 is 66.6. Multiply by 5/9, and we get 37 degrees, and that's the Celsius. Bottom example, the melting point of a metal is 24 degrees Celsius. What is this temperature in degrees Fahrenheit? Let's use this formula. 1.8 times our Celsius plus 32. When you put this in the calculator, we get a total of a little more than 75 degrees Fahrenheit.